Master Soto is a pioneer of the martial arts. I had the honor of meeting him. I guess that would have been about 25 years ago. He's been an inspiration for my students, for myself, for other martial artists. I see him as a role model, and I'm hoping that he should get the type of recognition that he deserves. He earned it. He's worked very hard at it. I don't think people have given him enough recognition. At the same time, he's a member of our clan, our family, and so therefore we honor his presence today in our dojo. This is the Staten Island Ninja Society.
Well, free jumping, actually, buildings. I love this Spider-Man, man. Any kid, of course, naturally, Marvel magazines in the old days. And I would actually go and jump building, stop. Kids, don't try this, because that's dangerous. I would jump from probably 5 stories down to one building, to another building, to another building, to another building. I used to like flying birds, coops. I was to jump down with ropes, like what they call today rappelling, all that crazy stuff. We didn't have those actual ropes, so we jumped the big fat ropes down to different things. It was like a fun thing for me. I like jumping things. You can talk to some of the people. If all my friends were still alive, I probably would talk to you and tell you I was very athletic. I like jumping fences. I was very athletic, doing backflips, all the crazy stuff. That's what they do in the day. You see probably on YouTube some things, something to that nature, if you understand what I mean, by jumping building to building.
How are you? My name is Paul Momando. I'm the creator of the Chaquito system, but I'm doing this interview on my good friend, Grandmaster Soke Irving Soto, and I just wanted to, say a few things about him. One being, we've demonstrated a lot of the Oriental world of self-defense together on Aaron Banks' show. We've done quite a few with him, and I've had the pleasure and the opportunity to perform with him. He's a great martial artist. He knows his stuff really well. He's been around for a long time, and his best attribute is he's a very humble guy. Maybe most people don't know that. His techniques and his actions speak for themselves. He's not the type of person that talks a lot. He just he shows you what he knows, and basically that's where it comes down to. So like I said, he's a great martial artist, and it's a pleasure to be affiliated with him, to know him, and I stand by him 100%. And any way he needs me, any endeavor, I'm there for him, and I'm there to back him up.
Techniques, I know, no exaggeration, probably like over 20,000, and I've been practicing since I was 2 years old to the age I am today. So to answer that truthfully, if we was fighting, we'll have to see in the ring. If I was doing techniques, oh hell yeah, they better come better, because I'm going to do something different every time. What I do is, you're not going to have a judge in the streets. You're not going to have someone stopping the fight, in other words. If you have a gun, if you have a razor, if you have that, you're not going to, you don't want to mix it in. Yes, you can grapple, but you want to go straight to the point, straight to the move or the technique. That's the difference. I don't waste no time with fancy stands, even though I know them, and even on the traditional.
Well, like they say, just because it glitters don't mean it's gold.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I believe that as you're growing into the martial arts, I think all the old masters would agree with me if some of them are alive, and some that are alive. You must change with the time. Weapons change. You have to change. You have to be a more concrete and innovations of techniques constantly. If not, martial arts is going to die because it stands stagnant today. And I think that's what's happening in the martial arts world today. That people get tired of seeing the same old thing, and you must change it in order to grow. It's like reading and writing or any other thing. You must grow with it in order to make it different.
Does that mean we should step away from tradition?
No, that means keep it tight and learn more, and keep it going, keep it growing. You can keep a tradition, but in order to keep yourself interested, you must grow with what you're learning, make it better. If you have a form, say if you have a form, make it better. Make it become badass with it. Excuse me, I shouldn't say this, but be unique at what you do. That's what makes the songwriters, the actors. One does something that people like, and they're going to cling on to him until he can't no more. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to just cling on me because I can't no more. I want you to cling on me because you're going to see more things every time you see me.
Comes to the individual Soto, I'll tell you that we go back many years ago. Tremendous practitioner, a person who's he's such a warm individual, trustworthy. You know, that tremendous combative individual. That's very rare you find senseis that are good combatants. Otherwise, with God, guiding us the rest of the way, we just continue to produce good martial artists. Keep it in the old tradition. Very important, because today everybody has all kinds of things, their names, patches don't match the belt, belt don't match the patch.
Some ways are always good because you always got to come back to your roots. And with roots, you're always going to remember your foundation. This way, nothing is never too good. You always go back to your roots for those reasons, because your roots is where you come from, and your roots is what made you who you are in martial arts per se, or as a human being for all time's sake, or for years of yesterday. You always remember your roots. That way you don't fall. You never look back, but you always progress, and you take some of those things from the old time, so that makes you a better person and a better martial artist. Yeah, MMA is a good thing. If you're into the pound and ground, and if you into a secluded area, like I said before, it's a good thing. It's changed the martial arts. It's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing to see these guys get out there and beat each other down, if that's what you want to do. But I'm a mixed martial artist, and I'm also a traditional martial artist, and I'm also a master of that martial arts science, you know. And I know that I don't want to get stagnant by doing the same thing over and over. If I'm pounding with somebody, I can fight. I can get in the ring and do the same thing. But are you going to be able to do something else when the time comes? Not only the laws that land, it's just you got to consider. You know what I'm saying? I'm always subjecting for changes. It's good to see some new stuff, but we can't forget real true martial arts.
How you doing? My name is Sensei Shabazz Elamine. Here to say a couple of words about Grandmaster Irving Soto. It's always been a great honor and a privilege to know him. He's an excellent martial artist, excellent technician, and his knowledge is so deep as far as the depth of healing, acupuncture, and he's the epitome of a martial artist, and it's a pleasure to know him. And he's still going, a lot of history. Pleasure to know him. Look forward to training him in the future.
I think that's a reflection of growth. I think that's an individual that looks at his master 20 some odd years with me in the martial arts, 20 years in the martial arts. That deserves merit to stick with the same teacher, because the teacher keeps them interested. My students stick around me because they know they're going to learn something new each time. And so I think my students reflect me. If the master, no disrespect to anyone, but I'm going to say it straight out, if you're fat, overweight, and not taking care of yourself, how could the student respect you? But with me, I'm always trying to get in shape. They see me running, they see me working out, so my students do the same thing. And like I said, I mentioned this Master Stephen Taylor, my brother Dave, and many of the other masters that I see, that I have taught, that are in my organization. I sure hope that my students will step to the plate and keep it going to the next generation. I sure hope that my next lead in line, or whoever decides to step to the plate, will keep it to go to the next generation. They never say do or die, and keep it going even when people talk shit. Even when people get out there and say mean things. You got internet bullies. You know what I mean? These people that can sit around the net and have nothing better to do but attack people. You see kids today out there running and being scared and submitting suicide because of individuals like this. I like to see those individuals go to jail, actually. And I hope the government puts the law against that someday. But going back to your question, I went out to another search engine. I like to see my students, the ones that are loyal and continue the system, yes. And I hope that they will. I think I see that in some of your guys, including yourself, Steve. All right, this is the way I look at it. To my friends and people out there, and the people that's always supporting me and have a lot of love, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all the magazines, and anybody that's ever been in my corner, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love and hugs and dedication. You know why I always say that? Because we all need love and dedication and hugs. And I'm your friend, and I'm always going to be there for you. I hope that I'm inspiring the children, and I'm not saying children as a reference, I'm talking the kids, because you see, I was a youngster, and I'm a leader, and I try to show and implement that to the youth and people that want to learn, adults too. You know what I mean? So I hope that I'm doing the right thing to helping your guys out when you see some of the videos. However, I'm not teaching what I really know. If you need true learnings, seek one of my dojos. Contact Master Stephen Taylor or myself or any one of my students that uses it to me. Okay, Tammy, and I love you guys. See you next time.